Okay guys, it's Steve. So, I'm going to try and catch up with some of the blogging stuff. It may not be in an exact format as it's been like day by day, but that's okay. What keeps on coming up is, a lot of what's coming up is like resentments, and resentments about the way people treat you. And there's like the regular kind of finding the resentment and clearing it, of course, and then teaching you how to live without it and what it feels like to live without it and still be safe. But there's something about that resentment. What is it about the resentment that you learned about people? So it's like the first block, the resentment. Then underneath that is, there's something you got from it. What did you gain from it? And over to the right, you want to teach yourself whatever it is that you thought you needed to have the bad thing that caused you to feel the resentment. That you've learned that without it, you don't need to have the bad thing, and therefore you don't need to have the resentment anymore. And then whatever, there's something else, whatever else is underneath it, how it served you, what the good thing is you got from it. So that's some, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's some technical stuff around resentments. Don't just clear the resentment, find out what it is that happened that caused you to have the resentment. The more specific you are around identifying what it is you resent and why you resent it, that's super important. And then finding out, teaching yourself how to live without that. But another level below that is making it so that you, whatever it is you've learned from that, you get to learn it, you get to keep it, and you learn it without having to hold on to the resentment. And that's going to make your clearing resentment work way, way, way more powerful. And probably if there's one thing, and there's lots and lots of different things you can do with this technique, but finding and clearing the deepest levels of resentments towards the way people treat you. Because you may think, and I've been through this, and I still struggle holding on to stuff. There's a particular issue in my life that I still need to realize that I've been resisting dealing with, because I think it keeps me safe, holding on to this negative emotion towards a particular situation or idea. But the more you let go of that kind of deep stuff, the better off your life is going to be. You think it keeps you safe, but it really doesn't. It just feeds the energy of whatever it is that you're trying to protect yourself from. And so, if you could do one thing, do resentments. On a clearing emotional stuff level, possibly the most important thing you can do in theta healing is letting go of resentments, which is basically based in fear. It's all about fear. So that's one thing about resentments. Something else that just keeps on coming up over and over again is to keep your focus. There's so much stuff going on in the world. There's so much things. For example, right now as I'm doing this, all of that stuff just happened in Norway like 2 days ago. We need to keep really, really focused on the idea that we are a part, not just the idea, but the practice of it. And I'm gonna do another video with the expanding out method. It's a really slower way to give people a really powerful experience of being that light that is everything and runs through everything. But getting deeper and deeper, deeply rooted into the experience and the knowledge and the knowingness that you are that same light that runs through everything. And so clearing resentments, do that. Keep on clearing your body. This intuitive anatomy class is about clearing your body of the issues and fears and resentments and whatever it is that keeps you blocked. That's why this class is so powerful. It may be the most important class. It's probably even more important than DNA 3. DNA 3, this allows DNA 3 to be possible. In upcoming DNA 4, by the way, Vina started talking about DNA 4 a little bit. She mentioned something about antimatter, which I don't understand, but that's cool. I haven't taken the class yet. Although I think the antimatter thing is cool because I'm a big science fiction buff. So, back to business. Resentments. Clearing resentments, regrets, especially resentments, but regrets, feelings of rejection, super, super important. especially the ones that you resist, just like me. And like I said earlier, there's certain things I'm still resisting, and so I need to clear that. I need to get really honest with myself and clear it. And then continually getting that experience of being the light that runs through all things, that's beyond good and evil, beyond right and wrong, and staying focused on that truth. Okay? Yes, there's all sorts of fifth plane stuff going on. Absolutely, of course. However, participating in the fight of good and evil and believing in right and wrong in a way that keeps you involved, perhaps, for example, perhaps the best example of this is back in 9/11, the United States government and the people that ran the government made a decision, for whatever reason. The reason right now doesn't matter, that's not important in this moment. But they made a decision to declare a war on terror. Well, you know what? All that did, in my opinion, is create 100 times more terrorists and 100 times more violence and sorrow and suffering than the original acts of terror. Do we need to lie down and let people walk all over us? Absolutely not. But we feed the things that we oppose. And the stronger we try and oppose things, and especially when we oppose out of fear and anger, then the stronger often it seems, the way I watch the world work, the things we're opposing, it just feeds what we're trying to fight. So we got to let go of fighting. There's the old time when Mother Teresa was asked, would you like to go to an anti-war rally? And she says, absolutely not. I will not go to an anti-war rally. When you have a pro-peace rally, I will attend. So she understood that, obviously. So clear those resentments, clear the anger, clear the feelings of revenge, clear the fear. That's the strongest thing you can do for the world. And once again, stay focused and be that change. Be that light that you want to see in the world. Two big messages that I'm thinking of right now, those two things. So that's it for now. I'll keep on just putting stuff out while I go through the rest of my notes and stuff. It'll be hit and miss. It won't be quite so formal as the first 5 or 6 days. Thank you. Bye.